we know Devin Haney got more nuts than boots. Brian Norman got more nuts than boots. Keith Thurman got more nuts than boots. Sebastian Fundora got more nuts than boots. Erickson Lubin got more nuts than boots because they fall fighting each other. Virgil Ortiz got more nuts than boots. And check this out. Jaleel fucking Hackett got more nuts than boots. He trying to fight his Zayas. Boots could at least came out and asked for that fight. You think? Everybody got more nuts than that man, bro. He's a coward, man. He's a coward, and it's gonna start to unravel the more and more it goes because he don't believe in himself. He gonna keep everybody in Philly as long as he can. But when people start asking for the real fights and y'all will start, and then he starts to talk to the actual community and the actual boxing people and pundits that actually mean something that matter. That's not YSM. That's why I don't even be over there no more. Why you ain't gonna see me in their chats no more because they lost in the sauce. I was watching the live that Jamil did one day. That's why I stopped altogether. And I was watching him and I was looking at his eyes. I'm like, this nigga is he like a zombie because he told a bold-faced ass lie, and I knew he was lying. But his eyes looked like he believed it. But I knew he was lying, and I know he lying. You feel what I'm saying? I watched this man on live. I said, "Oh nah, bro." That's why I ain't text him because it was like he lost. It ain't about what's true no more. It ain't about what's true. It's just all about what he want people to believe. That's it. And you're talking about a supposedly reputable source in YSM putting out media. You're supposed a supposed reputable source, but I'm looking at you tell a lie that I know for a fact is a lie. I watched you say it. You feel me? So it is what it is. That's why you don't see me over there. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing in their comments no more. They just over there wallowing in a bunch of shit. Straight up, they wallowing in a bunch of shit over there, bro. They just swimming. They swimming in trash, trying to find their way out. Nobody has said they always say when it comes to certain people, when they're doing good things, who have they beat? But they never said about that guy. When it's obvious who has he beat. His biggest fight was against a guy with 15 fights, whose biggest fight was against a guy with 6 fights. That's his biggest fight. That's a fact. His biggest fight in 28 years, 34 fights, was against a guy with 15 freaking fights. 15. And that guy's biggest fight was against a guy with 6 fights. Come on, bro. What we talking about? What we talking about? You know what I'm saying? what we talking about, man? It's crazy, man.
When reporters ask about Lima, about if he could oppose any type of danger, he says no. Um, do you feel? And the next question goes, you know, do you feel like do you feel anything in the media, people talking about you not taking tough competition, notable names? He said no. Do you feel like that hits, it's saying that, people are just basically talking shit, while you see a lot of big media, a lot of, big end coaches talking about, yo, he needs these names. Now we get this type of interview that comes in. I mean, what do you think? I mean, I'm looking at the comment section from almost
Oh,
every
they cooking.
channel, and he's
That's why I
getting
ain't got to
killed.
talk. Yeah, that's why I ain't got to talk no more. They see it. The world see it. But let's remember, world. I was number one. I was the number one in all of them chats telling y'all all of that because I already knew firsthand, verbatim, that they was some cowards, that they some frauds. I already knew that. I've been trying to tell y'all that because I peeped how they was moving and I peeped how they was trying to slither and slide. And I kept telling everybody from the very start, I was first in all of them comments. I was like, no, you're not, because he ain't gonna fight nobody. He's not gonna do this. He's not gonna do that. He said in Stanionis' fight, his biggest fight, when asked what the Stanionis bring to the table, you know what he said? Nothing. He just stand there, he throws a lot of punches, blah, 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 woo, woo, this and that, whatever, right? I'm gonna do what I do, ain't no we ain't seen before. That's what he said about his biggest opponent. He said he don't bring nothing to the table. But you brought your biggest opponent pretty much home field advantage in Jersey, 45 minutes down the street, and you paid him a lot of money that you wouldn't pay your actual biggest opponent, that you didn't want to pay that guy. So that's what you did. So now fast forward. Your next opponent after your biggest opponent, you say you want a tune-up. Why do you need a tune-up in 6 months? Why do you need a tune-up for a fight that happens 6 months after your last fight? Who needs a tune-up for that? What are you tuning up for? Was your biggest fight not a tune-up? Was the biggest fight against the guy that so now ask yesterday, how do you feel about this guy? He just comes forward, throw a lot of punches. Ain't nothing. He telling you, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? He telling you right there. He telling you. But in another interview, in the same thing, man, I'm gonna knock Karen out, man. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. After the fight, I couldn't get up for him. I already beat him 12-0, man. I couldn't do it this time, man. I know he punched me in the face, man, but I knew he couldn't hurt me, man. And I'm paraphrasing here, but that's pretty much how it went. He came back telling y'all how he was gonna do him dirty next time, how he gonna get him out of there next time, how he gonna do this. Karen came out there, took it straight to him, right in his face. He went and then him and his fans went and talking about how he was moving up. He got to fight with Virgil. He got offered to fight out the Virgil. Oh, no, I can't take that fight. I'm staying down here. Like, it's an excuse for everything. There's a reason for everything. There's always an asterisk, a question mark behind everything he says, everything he does. There is a question mark. There's a question mark. Terrence Crawford, I've been telling people, you have people and you yourself saying you do everything better than Terrence Crawford. 2014 on every single fight that Terrence Crawford had. I'm gonna call you right back. All right. Every single fight that Terrence Crawford had since 2014 was for a title. Whether it was a title defense or he was winning a new title. How do you compare yourself to one of the greats? You feel what I'm saying? And not move like the great. You feel what I'm saying? You have an opportunity to fight that great. You don't do it. You have an opportunity to stay in the WBO and force that fight with that great. You don't do it. You choose the IBM route. You go over there with Errol Spence. You feel what I'm saying? Errol Spence, my boy, not saying he's an easier fight, but I'm just saying that's what you choose to do. It's always a question mark. So if you want this so bad, why are you not pushing for this? Why y'all not out running out? Man, now this is what we want to like. You have all the media looking for you to say something. You won't say nothing because every time you say something, you put your foot in your mouth. He only talks to YSM. He will only talk to YSM. So YSM can twist what he said. Even when he said that, YSM gonna try to save him. He go do his interviews and say, yeah, but wait, if you listen to it, well, I can tell you what I know. Nigga, you telling a lie. That's what you doing. You telling a lie. I'm talking about you, Jamil. You gonna see this. You telling a bold-faced ass lie. That man sit on them lies and lie his ass off all the time, bro. I'm like, this shit is insane. I mean, at once, not at once, I just stopped. I tried to make sense of it and try to, put sense in some of the people. But I was like, you know what? It's not about that they don't know. They know. They just don't want other people to know. They know. They just don't want other people to know. They know he a pussy. They know he a coward. You feel what I'm saying? He's a generational talent that ain't fought nobody at all. He's a generational talent based on what? What people saying he doing in the gym in Philly? He's a generational talent based on what? What are they basing his generational talent on?
Right. Smash the like button, y'all. So obviously, pretty soon we're gonna start getting some interviews from Eddie. Talking about this as well. Do you feel like he proceeds on talking about him and Crawford?
Eddie talking about Crawford more than Boots talking about Crawford. Eddie want the money. Eddie don't give a damn about no Boots. He want the money. He want to protect him till he get to the bag. Eddie want the money. Eddie don't believe Boots can beat Crawford. I do not believe Eddie believe Boots can beat Crawford. He want the money. He want that fight. People don't know this. Another thing y'all can look up. After Stanionis fight, Eddie kept saying, Jaron Ennis and Terrence Crawford is the fight to make. That's what he said after Stanionis fight. That's what he kept saying.
Yeah, and right? After this fight too.
And after this fight, that's the fight to fight. But guess who ain't saying that? Why Boots ain't saying that?
Right.
Boots ain't said that. You ain't hearing that man say a word. Y'all saying it for him. He's not saying that. Eddie want the money. Eddie know that Eddie wants him to get on a turkey card so he can sit back and collect the 20, the 15, 20%, whatever he go, 20%. That's what he wants. He wants to sit back and collect that easy back pay where he ain't gotta do nothing.
He
So
want
if
to
he can
cash
mess
out.
around,
He want to cash out with Crawford, is what you're saying.
he want to cash out. He want to cash out with Boots. That's what he want to do. He want to cash out with Boots. He needs to get Boots to a big enough platform, a big enough, playing field with a big enough hype around him to get him in a major fight where he don't have to pay for. You get him in a Virgil Ortiz fight or a fight whatever where he make $8 million, then people got to understand $8 million. You got 10, 20, whatever. That's what at one point. That's 1 point. That's like damn near $2 million. He gonna get off top just for signing Boots Ennis. He ain't got to lift a thumb. He ain't got to lift a finger. He gets almost $2 million off top if he gets that fight. People got to understand, man, it's bigger than that, man. It's all about the bottom line. I kept telling people that about the fights that he made, and they can look it up. They was even lying about the numbers that he sold in New Jersey, bro. They was like 10,000. He sold like 8,500 tickets in New Jersey. In Boardwalk Hall, it was like 8,500.